Like, he's fake. He's a bogus bozo fakeazoid, all right? And he ticks me off that he just can smile and wave his little hands, and people are like, oh, yes, Jimmy, you didn't do it. You're innocent, Jimmy. Back to the Green Beans Go channel. It's your host, me. We've got a snake in the grass, and this is something that I've known for a long time, all right? I have not been a fan of Jim Harbaugh for years, and people are going to immediately jump to the comments and say, he's a great man. He's done great for the game of football. He was a player. He was a coach. He's done his time, yada, yada, yada. That does not make you above the law. And I believe Jim Harbaugh is a snake. Now, some things came out today. Recent things, as in the last 24 hours, that have added more junk onto Jim Harbaugh's pile. All right, they've added more skeletons in his closet. And I get it, guys.
Everybody does it. Everybody participates in shenanigans in the NCAA. It's just the way of the land, and if you want to win, you got to do it too.
Shut up. We'll get to that. All right, so the new thing that happened today is that Jim Harbaugh has been outed for making impermissible contact with recruits and players during the COVID-19 pandemic, which effectively bans him from participating in college athletics until August of 2028. He basically got a 4-year ban from the NCAA. Now, it doesn't matter because he's with the Chargers right now, so who cares, all right? This is a slap on the wrist, but the wrist doesn't exist, okay? Harbaugh engaged in unethical conduct and failed to cooperate when he denied any involvement in impermissible recruiting contacts, despite substantial information of the contrary. Okay, so not only did he do it and break the law of the NCAA, he did not participate and cooperate in the investigation. Okay, that's the other thing. Even though people in his coaching staff and players that he actually recruited during COVID-19 came forward and said, yeah, he was involved, okay? The NCAA noted that Harbaugh could not recall meeting with recruits. He just doesn't remember, okay? Despite confirmation from at least one of his own staff members and the prospects' families. One recruit specifically remembered the coach ordered a hamburger for breakfast, which kind of stood out for him. You're just going to make that up? You know, a 19-year-old is just going to make up that you ordered a hamburger for breakfast, okay? So this is the first thing. And we will get to why at the root I am frustrated with Jim Harbaugh, but I'm going to just come out and say the fact that he can't own up to this is what baffles me. He's gone. Like, this ban means nothing. All he would have to do is say, yeah, I made some mistakes. I met with some players during COVID. Everybody was doing it, and I thought I could do it as well. All right, and I'm sorry. That's it. That's all he has to say. But what does he do? He denies still to this day. Of course, we know about the Connor Stallions and the sign stealing. As you all know, in-person scouting is banned by the NCAA, and which the NCAA has investigated Michigan's alleged system to determine how organized it was and who knew about it. Stallions, who has not cooperated with the NCAA in its investigation, will break his silence this month, August 27th, on a Netflix documentary, Sign Stealer, which is also just so messed up. Like, he won't cooperate with the NCAA's investigation, but he'll go on a show, I'm going to assume for profit and for a paycheck, to tell what happened. I do not apologize, Harbaugh said Monday, okay, so 2 days ago, when asked about his sign-stealing notice to the Wolverines. I did not participate. I was not aware nor complicit in those said allegations. I was not aware, okay? He then goes on to say, I do not think I'm providing any false or misleading information. First of all, I don't think I'm providing any false or misleading information. How about you just say you're not? Like, don't do this, teeter-totter lying. Just flat out lie if you're going to lie. I don't think I'm providing false information. You should know. Right? This is what I said when the sign stealing allegations came out, and people, were in my comments calling me an idiot. Oh, everybody does it. Everybody does it. Everybody does it. The fact that your head coach is saying that he has no idea it's happening is baffling. Like, he's lying. There is no way in today's modern NCAA, modern athletics, your head coach is not aware that a member of the staff is not there. Not at practice. Where's Connor? Where's Connor today? Oh, he's in Central Michigan. What's he doing there? Visiting a cousin? He signed, Jim Harbaugh. You are fully aware. So come out and say you're aware. All right? I'm sick of this everybody does it mentality. That's what the biggest critique of this video right here, the big hardcore Michigan people are going to get in the comments, and they're going to say, everybody does it. Okay, Think of something in your life that you don't agree with, okay? And for Jim Harbaugh's, all right, like, I'm not even going to go down that road, but like that, everybody does it is not justification for breaking the law. Okay, and maybe the law's stupid. Maybe we should allow sign stealing. Like, let's have a conversation about let's use this as a springboard to maybe change some of the rules and make it more fair or make it permissible. I don't know, but stop saying, "Oh, everybody does it, so it's fine." That's stupid. That's idiotic. That's elementary school logic. It's pathetic. All right. This is really what ticks me off about it. And if Jim Harbaugh were this like rough and tough, like kind of arrogant. I think he's a little bit arrogant in his own way, but like if Jim Harbaugh had this like personality of like, I don't care what anybody thinks of me, I'm going to do what I want, I'm going to do everything I can to get ahead, I wouldn't care. I would not be making this video right now. It's the fact that he wants to be this golden child of football. That's what aggravates me. Like when Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, you know, had their moments in the mid-2000s where everybody was just on them about their cheating and about the way they were bending the rules. You know, Belichick didn't just sit there and lie or try to pretend that he was just this wholesome guy full of integrity, right? But Jim Harbaugh, I don't know who he's fooling. He's not fooling me, okay? I don't know if he's fooling these people who are just blinded by the yellow M. All right. But he shares why Jesus Christ is his key figure in his life. He has these rules to live by. Be a great role model. Okay. No days off. Better today than yesterday. You know, attack each day with enthusiasm. Great effort. Great. He's fake. He's a bogus bozo fakeazoid. All right. And he ticks me off that he just can smile and wave his little hands. And people are like, oh, yes, Jimmy, you didn't do it. You're innocent, Jimmy. So what are my final thoughts? My first question is, why does he go to the Chargers? And the convenient answer, the answer that people who support Jim Harbaugh to the highest degree and are loyal to him for whatever reason, they will say that he went to the Chargers because he accomplished what he meant to do at Michigan, right? They win the championship. His job there is done. He goes to the Chargers because he wants to go back to the NFL where he had some success with the 49ers, but maybe he has unfinished business. He goes to the NFL because he gets $80 million and the pay bonus is nice. Even though I don't know if he was making more or less at Michigan, it doesn't matter. All of those things are, a veil over the true reason that I believe, okay? And maybe those reasons are reasons that even Harbaugh himself has convinced himself to be true. I don't think he leaves if none of this is coming down the hill at 90 miles an hour at him, all right? I firmly believe that. If you are taking not a franchise, what do they call it? An organization, like the Michigan Wolverines, and you have the success that they have, sure, players leave. Sure, they have a major roster turnover after last year. I think they have like less than 10 players coming back, at least on the offense, maybe on the whole roster. You don't just throw that away, okay? And people are going to say, you know, oh, college coaches have success and they leave all the time. They go to the NFL. Well, Harbaugh's already gone to the NFL, so it just feels weird that he's going back. I just truly believe that Harbaugh leaves because he has this offer on the table and he knows he's done. Okay, because what happens if he waits around and doesn't take this job, and then the NCAA comes out and bans him for 4 years? Is the NFL going to want him? Or the NFL? It's a bad look for these two organizations that work in tandem, the NCAA and the NFL. Okay, for them to be like, well, we can't really hire him. He just got a 4-year ban from the NCAA. What does that say about us, right? I mean, he played it well, but he played it like a snake because he's a snake. Where does this leave more? Okay, this is my other question, and I'm sure he's not innocent in all of this. Okay, if this whole system was flawed from Jim Harbaugh at the top, who definitely knew what was going on, to everybody below. So the offensive coordinator Moore probably knows. If Connor Stallions is scouting other teams, he's telling the offensive coordinator what he's finding. Okay, period, point blank. So Moore is not innocent, but I feel like maybe Harbaugh could do something, slightly altruistic, and it wouldn't be altruistic, but slightly at least humane, and be like, yeah, I knew what was going on. I did these things. I'll accept it. I'll own up to it. Punish me, and let Moore kind of start his tenure in a safe, less microscopic, way, right? Like, that's just what's annoying to me is Harbaugh's gone. Harbaugh's punishment is irrelevant to him because he's no longer in the NCAA. He could come out and say tomorrow that I did all this and I knew all this and nothing would change for him. So why doesn't he just tell the truth? That's what's aggravating. Like he's dying on this hill that he doesn't even need to die on anymore. Okay? Do you know why? All right, I'm sorry. I got a thing against Harbaugh, man. I got a thing against people who are just two-faced and fake. And Harbaugh is one of them, and I'm sick of him, and I'm sick of his khakis, and I'm sick of his face. And I hope the Chargers go 4-13. Goodbye.